And therefore, if you feel uncomfortable, if you feel there are votes you brought on board, as the rest of the speakers have said, exit the scene. Go and prepare yourself for a contest in 2027.
Telling the current deputy president, please resign, and then go and face your own, desires and ambitions to become a president of this country in your own courageous way. Utterances of the deputy presidents demean and undermine the sanctity and honor of the presidency and the government he serves. We call upon, whereas Rigathi Gachagua continues to serve as the vice deputy president of this country, we call on him to resign immediately. If he's not happy with his president, let him resign from this administration and let him prepare himself for the contest in 2027. He can run in as a presidential candidate in 2027, and if he's going to be popular with the Kenyan people, we will see what he's going to do. You cannot become a president of this country by continuously dividing Kenyans along ethnic lines, along class lines, along all sorts of things. This country cannot, shall not, will not be led by such divisive elements in this country. This country needs real sober statesmen to lead them. The man is only a heartbeat away from the presidency. He probably thinks that by pushing this thing, the president will run away to another country and is going to be sworn in as the next president of this country. That will never happen. I'm saying this to Kenyans, there is no problem between the warrior nation and the Kikuyu nation. There is no problem between the Luos and the Kikuyus. There is no problem between any community, Kalenjin, Somali, Kisii, Abaluya, anything. Kenyans are one family. Politicians who are self-seeking will try and divide this country along ethnic lines, along regional lines. And we're telling the current deputy president, please resign, and then go and face your own, desires and ambitions to become a president of this country in your own courageous way.
Kenyans were shocked to hear sentiments attributed to His Excellency the Deputy President, Rigathi Gachagua. And in particular, attacking senior civil servants or public servants who ordinarily report to the offices. Remember, the Deputy President is a member of the National Security Advisory Council. He sits in that committee, and therefore he will be privy to a lot of briefings. Unfortunately, instead of taking his concerns to that committee so that it can be addressed, he chose to address senior public officers who ordinarily will not be discussed in public. That is unfortunate. The leadership from the region have no issue whatsoever with other communities. Ours is a problem with the Deputy President in person. And I'm sure many Kenyans and many leaders from other regions, including his own region, are not happy with what he has done. And therefore ours is to call on the Deputy President to either work directly with the government and become the Deputy President that people know, or to ship out.
The security lapse that happened on Tuesday, if we are to blame, we blame all the departments of security, not one arm of security. You don't expect NIS to go on the road or to go parliament and protect parliament. But the way it has come out, that is personal attack to one individual. And I think this is a junior officer who can be reprimanded by the same deputy president at his own time than going public, because that clearly brings down the government sensitive department that should not have been discussed on the social media.
You for one issue. You were selected, and I repeat it, you were selected. I was there when you were being selected. That decision to select you over Kindiki changed in a couple of hours, about 12 hours. It could have been Kindiki as deputy president. It's in public domain. Not on competence. Yeah. So therefore, we're asking you, And you are now casting aspersions on the decisions of the president to select Noordin Haji or to appoint Noordin Haji as Director General of the NIS. Yet, the same president took it in his wisdom to appoint you or to select you as Deputy President. And therefore, if you feel uncomfortable, if you feel there are votes you brought on board, as the rest of the speakers have said, exit the scene. Go and prepare yourself for a contest in 2027 and let us see which Kenya will elect a tribal bigot as president.
I want to tell the Vice President, the Deputy President, Rigiji, that the kind of statements that you have said yesterday, it is against the principle of peace and tranquility in this country. We have enjoyed peace and tranquility from inception of this government and unity, where our president has gone overboard and welcomed those who have voted for him and those who have not voted for him. But what you have shown yesterday, it is opposite of what our president has showed so far in the country. What you are telling you, we know where you come from, where you are, and where you are going. You are using a finance bill as a scapegoat. And your intention is to fight with our president, His Excellency William Ruto. We are telling you, we are watching you, and we are telling you before you fight His Excellency William Ruto, you will be the first one to exit this government.
Who can give, utterances that can kill, that can really destroy this country. Utterances that bring down this country. As somebody of the level of a deputy president, attacking the NIS DG, Director of General of NIS. This is somebody who cannot, defend himself in public. This is a civil servant. Who is this person? Second in command. Who talks about a DG of NIS? That is destroying that country, our country. We cannot accept it.
On my side, as a member of parliament coming from Nyanza, I want to ask His Excellency the Deputy President to please respect the Director General of Intelligence. Noordin Haji was not given this position because of any other reason or any political reason. Noordin Haji deserves that position, and he has always advised the President. And if there are issues between His Excellency the Deputy President and Noordin Haji, I think the DP is aware of the channel that should be used to solve that problem.
Noordin Haji is a long-serving civil servant, and he's the immediate former DPP. I think as far as we are concerned, Noordin is a civil servant, is a member of the executive, and if the presidency, whether His Excellency the President or His Excellency the Deputy President, wish to have any discussion with him, he's just a telephone call away. By actually putting his reputation on the line on national television, then I think the career of that gentleman has been injured unfairly. So as members of the Pastoralist Parliamentary Group, we are concerned, and we are telling the executive that if any member of the executive, they are not doing their duties, the law is very clear for them to be summoned, for them to be told, put in their resignation, but they cannot be condemned on national television.